Today our topic is variation. Let's start with the definition of variation. What is variation? In simple words, you can say variation is change. Change of something is called variation. Now let's see the example of variation. A variation is a relation between a set of values of one variable and a set of values of other variables. For example, we can say one variable x and the other variable is y. We can say x is directly proportional to y. So this is the one variation, and if we say x is inversely proportional to y, this is another variation. You can say there are two types of variation. One is directly proportional, other is inversely proportional. Okay, what does it mean by directly proportional? Directly proportional means if one value increases, other value also increases. Similarly, if one value decreases, you can say if one variable decreases, the other variable also decreases with it. Okay, this is your directly proportional means. For example, if we say that x increases, it means that y also increases, and if we say x decreases, it means y also decreases. Now what is inversely proportional? Inversely proportional means if one value increases, the other value decreases, and on the other hand, if first value decreases, the other value increases. This is your inversely proportional means. Let's do an example of this question, and then you will understand it more easily. For example, our question is if y is directly proportional to x and y is equals to 12 when x is equals to 4, find an equation connecting x and y. First we have to find equation in which there is only x and y. Next we have to find the value of y when x is equals to 8 and the value of x when y is equals to 21. So let's start. Firstly, we had given y is directly proportional to x, so we write it like this: y, this is the symbol of directly proportional to x. Okay, we are all familiar with this symbol. Y is directly proportional to x. If we replace this proportionality symbol with equality, we have to put some proportionality constant, which is here I am using k. Y is equals to k of x. It becomes, question is given y is directly proportional to x. I write it in the form of equation y directly proportional to x. When we replace this proportionality symbol, we use an equality sign, and with the equality we have to put some proportionality constant, and here I am using the proportionality constant k. Okay, you can use any constant which you want to use, but I think it's quite easy and simple. K is a constant. Now we are given, we have to find an equation connecting x and y, and we are given the values of y and x. So we have to find, firstly, using y and x, the values of k, so we can write the equation which is connecting x and y, because in this equation we have no values, not the value of y, no value of x, and no value of k. These all are unknown. First we have to find value of k, then your equation will become in form of x and y. Put values: y is equals to 12 is equals to k into x is equals to 4. These two values which are given, I am putting here. Now 12 divided by 4 is equals to k, and it becomes 3 is equals to k. The value of k becomes 3. So our first part of the question is done. find an equation connecting x and y, we can find it, we can write it, because we are now know the value of k. Name it as equation number 1. You can say put value of k in equation 1. It becomes y is equals to 3x. This is your equation connecting x and y. In this equation there is y and there is x. So this is your equation which connects x and y in the form y is equals to 3 of x. It means if you multiply x by 3, you will get y. Okay, the next part of our question is you have to find the value of y when x is equals to 8. We are given y is equals to unknown, x is equals to 8, and what is k, which we already know, is equals to 3, and our equation is y is equals to kx, which is your equation number 1. So we have to find the value of y. Put the values which you are given. K is equals to 3 and x is equals to 8, and 8 3s are 24. It means the value of y is 24. This is your answer for the next part. Next you have to find the value of x when y is equals to 21. X is unknown, y is 21, and again you know k is equal to 3. Using same equation, y is equals to k of x. Put the values which are given. Y is equals to 21 is equals to k is equals to 3, and x is unknown, so I am writing it as it is. 3 is multiplying here. When it comes to other side, it will be divided by 21, and your answer is 3. 3 is equals to x. This is your answer. You have to find the value of x when k is 21. We are done here. You have to find the value of y when x is 8. This is your value for y, and you have to find an equation connecting x and y, and this is your equation which is connecting x and y with the relation. This is your question which is done. Here is another question. We have to solve it. We are given y is directly proportional to x, and this is a relation which we are known, and then we have to complete the table. What we have to do, we have to complete the table. First of all, what we are given, we have to write it. Y is directly proportional to x. We know here its solution. Y is directly proportional to x. We write it like this. Okay, proportionality symbol. Y is directly proportional to x, and we know we have to replace this proportionality symbol and put the equality symbol, and with the equality here it comes a proportionality constant which is k, and with this multiplying x. Y is equal to k of x. This is your equation. Next, what will we have to do? We have to complete the table. Here we can see we are given the values of x4, y unknown, x20, y unknown. Then we are given the value of x24 and y6. Next, in the table, x is unknown, y is given, again x is unknown, and y is given. In the table, there is one column in which we are saying here is x and y, both values are given, so we put them both in this equation to find the value of k. We know that y value is 6, k is unknown, and x is 24. We know that first we have to find the value of k, so we can use this equation for other questions, for other values, to find the other values. Okay, so first of all we are using both the values y and x which we are given to find the value of k. 24 is multiplying, so here it becomes 6 over 24. It divides by 6, k, and 6 1 6 and 4. This is 1 over 4 is your value of k. we have find the value of k. When we are find the value of k, we can easily find the values of y, which we don't know, and we can also similarly find the value of x, which we are not given. Now first of all, we use the value of x and then find the value of y. Okay, keep it in mind, you have to find the value of y, so you have to use the value of x which is above it. Okay, the value of the value of x is 4, okay, above this y, first in the first block. So x is equals to 4, y is equals to question mark, and k is equals to 1 by 4. These are your values. Put them in the equation, which is this. This is your equation which you have to use every time. Y is equals to k of x. Y value is unknown, k value is 1 over 4, x value is 4. X is multiplying and 4 is in the denominator dividing. So 4 cuts 4 and it becomes y value 1. So put it in the table, y value is 1. Next, what we have to do, find the value of, again y is unknown when x is 20. Use the equation y is equals to k of x. Y is unknown, k value is this, which we are known, 1 by 4. For the whole table, we use the value k 1 by 4, okay, every time, into 20, x value is 20. 4 and 20 cut down and y is equals to 5. This is your value. Second, next what we have to do is to find the value of x. X is unknown when y is equals to 9. Use the equation y is equals to k of x, where y is equals to 9, k is 1 over 4 and x is unknown. The 4 is dividing here. When it goes to the other side of the equation, it will be multiplied by 9. 9 4s are 36 is equal to x. This is your answer for the x. I'm filling it simultaneously so we don't have to find what will go wrong or anything else. Okay, next is we have to find value of x again when y is 11. Y is equals to k of x, our equation, k value is 1 by 4, x value is unknown, y value is 11. 4 is dividing, when it goes to other side, we have to multiply it. 44 is equals to x. This is your answer. Now write it in the table. So this is your question which is done. You have to complete the table. We have completed it. Okay, our next question is, if z is inversely proportional to x and z is equals to 5 when x is equals to 7, find the value of x when z is equals to 70. Okay, this is your question of inversely proportionality. How we can write inversely proportional? Z is inversely proportional. Proportionality symbol remains same, it doesn't change for directly or inversely, but in inversely you have to write the value in the denominator. Z is inversely proportional to x, so we write it x in the denominator. This is your way to solve the inversely proportional questions. Always when it comes to inversely proportional, you have to write the value in the denominator, 1 over like this. Now what we'll do, z is equal, we remove this proportionality sign, use the equality sign, and for equality we have to put some proportionality constant, which is again I'm using k here over x. This is your equation. You can also simplify it like this. X is dividing, when it goes there it becomes z into x is equals to k. You can say this is your equation to solve the questions. Next you have to find the value of firstly k, because you are given the value of z is equals to 5 and x is equals to 7. Put the values z is equals to 5 and x is equals to 7 in this equation number 1 is equals to k, and it becomes k value 35. Now you have to find the value of x when z is equals to 70. Again we have to use the equation z into x is equals to k. Here we have to find the value of x when we are given the value of z is 70. Put the value of z 70, x unknown remains same is equals to k value is 30. Okay, we have put the values here. We have to find the value of x. This 70 is multiplying by x. When it goes to other side of the equation, it becomes x is equals to 35 divided by 70. When something is multiplying on one side of the equation, when it goes to other side, it will be divided. Is equals to 1 by 2. This is your value of x. X is equals to 1 by 2. That's it. This is your answer. We have done both the questions of directly proportional and inversely proportional, and this is your variation. Variation is of two types: directly proportional and inversely proportional. All the questions are similar and like this. Just you have to do is to find first the value of k and then put the value of known values and find the unknown which is asking from you in the question. And in inversely proportional you have to just know how to write the equation in the form of this. Inversely proportional, it means you have to write it in the denominator, and in directly proportional you have to write it same, no denominator, no numerator, direct. Just this is the difference in both the proportionalities. And similarly you have to do a table for inversely proportional. Another question which is again similar. Likewise we do the directly proportional, we will do the inversely proportional. Let's do. Okay, this is a question which is related to inversely proportional. Again you have to complete the table. Y is inversely proportional to x. How we write y is inversely proportional to x? Y is inversely proportional to x, proportionality symbol and 1 over x. And after removing the proportionality symbol, equality and proportionality constant over x, the equation becomes y into x is equals to k, because it is dividing, and when it goes on the other side it will be multiplying by y. Okay, this is your equation which you have to do, which you have to use for all the questions. Here we are given the value of x, y is unknown, x value and y both are given. So we used first these two values when to find the value of x, because we are given x and y both. Put the values. Y is equals to 9, x is equals to 4 is equals to k, and 9 4 is 36 is equals to k. We have find the value of x. Now what will we do to find the values of the other unknown, which is first y is unknown, x is 3, y is unknown. What we will do, we will write the equation y into x is equals to k. You have to find the value of y, put the y same, x value is 3 and k value is this, which we already know. Y is equals to 36 divided by 3, y is equals to 12. This is your answer for the first value. I am writing it in the table. Okay, next what we will do, we have to find the value of x. X is unknown, y is given 8. What we will do, y x is equals to k. We have to write the equation, then put the values in it. Eight is multiplying here when it goes on the other side it will be divided. Okay, these are not dividing exactly, so we use cutting. It is 9 by 2, and we know that x is equals to, in point it becomes 4.5. This is your value for x. Again write it in the table. This is your value. Next, what we are given the value of x is equals to 25 and y is equals to unknown. Our equation is y into x is equals to k. Y is unknown, x is 25 is equals to k, we are known is 36. Here you can say k we have found. 36 divided by 25. Now do the simplification if possible any, but here the simplification is not possible. Our answer is this, writing in the table 1.44. This is your answer. We have completed the table. Our question is done.